Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick from Kizaru Gaming here. Been a little while since I posted a video. I ended up getting a new job. My schedule has been pretty limited, but I wanted to take some time to go over my Sprite deck profile for the upcoming format. We just got our May 2023 ban list, and with that being said, we're kind of going to be moving out of a hand trap format. And when we're out of a hand trap format, Spright is a deck I really think can shine. I also really like this deck. This is one of my favorite decks of the last couple of years. So the fact that it's relatively playable again at a really high competitive level makes me really happy. So, we got a very light slap on the wrist during the ban list. Just starter to 2, but Gamma being limited makes deck building a little bit awkward because most people have gravitated towards the E-Telly build, and Gamma and E-Telly just being level 2 extenders was always fantastic, but we do have to adapt a little bit. So I'm playing a couple of different extenders, and gonna get right into the profile. So I've done a little bit of testing with this deck so far, but I am going to be testing it moving forward, making changes, but this, in my opinion, is a very good baseline for your Spright deck. So of course, for the Spright monsters, triple blue, triple jet, that never changes. I do play 2 red. I feel like now that we're moving slowly out of a hand trap format, it might be like the Ash in the main deck format, which I think red really helps out with. I also think Nibiru is something to warrant consideration if you can't make the gigantic under 5 summons. Sometimes you can't. I really just like having multiple red, especially since now we need just more level 2 extenders. So double red really does help out. And then for the last, I do play 1 carrot and 1 pixies. Carrots 100% standard. Definitely wouldn't play more than 1 pixies. On the other hand, I know a lot of people have cut. Now that we are looking for more level 2 extenders, I figure what better extender to play than Pixies? Being that people cut Pixies from most of their lists, a lot of people aren't going to be playing around the Pixies. So you could safely leave your gigantic in attack position, and they're going to play into the Pixies 100 times out of 100 because most people cut it from the list. I don't know if I'm going to continue to play Pixies moving forward, however. I'm going to do more testing with it and see how much I like it, but if there's any other level 2 extenders that I prefer, I might play that over here. One thing I am considering is the Soul Scissors. I believe it was a card out of Darkwing Blast, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not playing it in this list, but it is one I'm considering moving forward. That's it for the Spright monsters. Now for the level 2 extenders, of course, we're still playing the Nimble package. We're never cutting this. This package is crazy. I don't need to explain the Nimble stuff. One other card I'm playing as an extender is Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. If you don't know what this card does, if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand attack position. If it's tributed, you can draw a card during the end phase. It's kind of a funny card. As an Edison player that plays Frog Hero Monarchs, we do play this card in it. So it was really cool getting to see a modern deck take advantage of a card like this. I saw a list, I believe it was the Israeli Nationals, or it might have been a regional of sorts, that was playing this card as an extender. And I thought it was really cool. But the fact that we don't have access to Gamma and Emergency Teleport anymore, I was looking for more level 2 extenders, and this is just one of them. It's been pretty decent so far. The games where it came up where I drew it going first have been great. Drawing it dead going second, not actually even horrible, because it allows you to play without a normal summon. Because you could just special Infernal Prodigy and then special Blue, special Jet, continue to play from there. If they interrupt you, then you can go into your normal summon Beaver, which is kind of cool. So I'm testing it out moving forward. I really do like it so far. Last of the level 2s is, in my opinion, the best way to play Spright is the Melffy engine. This engine's kind of just crazy. Most people know what it does, but in case you are unaware of the Melffy engine, you make Melffy of the Forest, the rank 2 XEs, detach material, search for Melffy Caddy. During your end phase, you can special summon the Melffy Caddy. Then if your opponent normal or specials while you control Caddy, you can bounce Caddy back to hand and then search for a Melffy card. So that does 2 things. Number 1, it searches for Penny, which Penny lets you special summon itself and then quick synchro with a Melffy in your hand as well as itself, so you can make the Melffy of the Forest, the Melffy Synchro, or you can make Herald of Arclight. Alternatively, it triggers your Melffy of the Forest effect to target a card on the field, negate its effect, and then it can't attack anymore. I really do love the Melffy engine. I think it works fantastic for what the deck does, and it's a really good play going first to facilitate what we used to do with Toad, honestly. Doesn't get you as much follow-up as Toad did, but it's second best is still pretty decent. In terms of hand traps, we play 9, We play Ash, Veiler, Imperm. I think these cards are still pretty solid moving forward. At least in my region, I see a lot of branded, so I feel like never wanting to cut Ash from a main deck anymore. In terms of Veiler and Imperm, I just don't think Ogre's good anymore, and I don't think of a better hand trap to play other than Veiler in the main deck. Droll's pretty much moving out of the format. Veiler's the worst of these three. Veiler's the one that I definitely would change around a little bit. Imperm's pretty decent right now, in my opinion. One Arise Heart means you can Imperm it and then continue to play. Alternatively, if my opponent's top decking, Imperming a Unicorn feels a lot better than Ashing a Unicorn or Veiling a Unicorn. So that's why I'm continuing to play these. I'm going to test moving forward, might switch out some main deck hand traps, but this is what I'm currently working with. Now for the spells, 3 triple tactics and triple pot of prosperity. I said duality. Prosperity helps you dig, unbricks hands, gets pieces that you don't have already. And talents is talents. Both cards are crazy. I don't need to really explain those. Might cut down on the talents to 2, might cut prosperity to 2, but there are options moving forward. As with the Sprite cards, 2 Sprite starter, rip, and then 1 Sprite smashers. I don't need to explain these for any reason. Sprite starter is your starter, your extender, and then smashers is a board breaker. And then 2 spells, Foolish Burial, Called by the Grave. So now that we're moving pretty much out of that hand trap format, Called by at 1 in the main deck seems alright, because the stray Ash, the stray Veiler, or even like the stray Droll that you might find here and there nowadays, Call by does take care of, and it's a defensive card too. You could set it and then just use it on your opponent's turn, of course. Foolish Burial, just another starter essentially. It's not fantastic when you open Foolish Beaver, because then your Sprint does nothing essentially. You basically choose to use either Sprint or Foolish. You don't have to go into Sprint, but Sprint being an end board interruption is pretty good for the deck. So this is a card I definitely might cut moving forward. Something I'm testing right now with the lack of extenders that we have due to the fact that we lost E-Telly Gamma and 1 starter. It's something that probably will change in the future. I'm not quite sold on Foolish Barrel yet. Last card, of course, Spright Double Cross. This card's just absolutely crazy. I don't really have to explain Double Cross. The card is bonkers. That's it for the main deck, 40 card main deck. As for the extra deck, take this as you will. I'll tell you a couple things I would probably change. So for the XZs, number 1, of course, double gigantic Sprite. I still would play 2 of this, even though cash isn't going to be as prevalent. This card is really good. This is actually a proxy for the Mosquito Ninja, so this is not number 3 Cicada King. This should be the Mosquito Ninja, which is a really good card. I'm letting a friend borrow it currently, so pretend this is Mosquito Ninja. Melffy of the Forest is your Melffy combo piece. So like I said, interrupts a card on field and searches, and then this is just an extra body for Sprint to detach a material from, or Double Cross to put a material under, whatever have you. Gin Buster, of course, staple in Sprite, just being a monster negate. I do like playing Cat Shark. I might be one of the only people that like playing Cat Shark, but I think Cat Shark's a really cool card and really helps facilitate no TK going second. We are siding Gamma Burst, so going into Gigantic, then Gamma Burst and Cat Shark facilitates game pretty easily. It's not needed, it's just a card I really like. Mannequin Cat, definitely a really cool card. Comes up in the Mirror, or any deck where they're summoning darks, you can just continue to combo with sprites out of your deck. Obimaru, Soul Sweeper, of course, really good on your turn going second, just banishing a card. And then, of course, the Zeus. Now, in terms of what I would change, I would definitely, moving forward, I'm thinking I'm probably still going to play Zeus at 2. Even though cash isn't really prevalent, I don't have to play 2 extra death slots just to avoid getting mind hackered. I really do like Zeus at 2. If I had to cut a card, it'd probably be Cat Shark or the Mannequin Cat. But moving forward, I probably would play Zeus at 2. 3 links, Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, and Sprint, of course. I really don't have to explain these. These cards have been around forever, and Sprint is, of course, the Sprite combo piece now. Helps just remove stuff, which is great. So I do play 1 Merry Melffy's and 1 Herald of the Arclight. This is another card I would probably cut moving forward. This just doesn't really come up all that much. So if it's special summoned, you do it on your opponent's turn with the Penny effect. You can target a face-up monster in the field, return to the hand. So it's a different kind of out than Herald of Arclight, but Herald of Arclight just being a negate does so much more for your end board. Mary Melffy's isn't all that relevant. Its other effect is if your opponent normal or special summons, or if an opponent's monster targets this card for an attack, you return to the extra deck, then special summon a Melffy XZs from your extra deck, which doesn't really do anything because you probably already have Melffy of the Forest on your field. So this is something I'd probably cut for the second Zeus moving forward as well. Maybe even a second Sprint, still thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure if I want to. In case your Sprint gets interrupted, the second one on the crackback is also really nice. So that's it for the extra deck. Finally, the side deck. In terms of monsters, I'm playing double Nibiru. I still want to test Nibiru moving forward. I don't think the card is bad in this upcoming format, but that's something I do want to test. I do play a Bestial package, triple Magnemite, and one Druis Worm. I think this is pretty much standard in every Sprite side deck. It's very good against your branded matchups, your stray tier matchups, which you will get those. Also very good against your Math Mech matchups, but Math Mech with Circular going to 1, I don't know how much Math Mech we're going to be seeing. For the last monster, triple Gamma Seal. The only thing I don't like about the Kaijus is, you know, making sure that you're not gigantic locked or starter locked. So just, of course, be aware of those, but that's something you always have to be aware of when playing Sprite. For the spells, 1 Sprite Gamma Burst, helps OTK. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. 2 Lightning Storm, now that this is at 2. And 2 Cosmic Cyclone. I think this pretty much covers combo and back row. This does a little bit of everything. So one thing I might play moving forward is 1 Thunder King Ryo in the side deck for Mannequin Cat to summon off of. Truly depending on if there's a lot of Sprite in the upcoming meta, that's definitely one I want to test out. Currently, I really like this side deck. I might switch it around a little bit. I'm not entirely sold on the 2 Nibirus quite yet. Everything else seems pretty alright as of right now. One card I might test out in the side deck moving forward is Dimensional Shifter. It really all depends how the meta shapes up. If more of these graveyard decks try to come out of the woodwork, now that Cash is out of the way, D-Shifter might be the side plan. Either way, that is it for my Sprite deck profile for the May 2023 ban list. If you have any questions or anything like that about my deck choices, comment down below. I'll try to answer them as best I can. Comment down below if there's any kind of content you want to see in the future. As you can see, I am on my brand new Pyramid One Piece mat. Shoutouts to my absolutely beautiful girlfriend for getting me that for my birthday. So I do want to make some One Piece content moving forward now that OP3 is coming out. So if you're interested in One Piece content, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see. But if you're here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, as always, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to see in the future. Thanks for watching.